Hello everybody, LegoBro here, and I've built a pretty cool blaze farm that I thought I would like to share with you guys. So this video will be a tutorial as well. We'll walk you through it. So first I want to showcase, this is how many blaze rods I got for running it for an hour, and most of that time was just AFK. And that was without looting as well. Looting, I would have gotten 1,800 about blaze rods. So the first thing we have to do is go up here, flick this, and then all the lava gets dropped out, and that will start enabling them to spawn. Okay, so we've got our first spawn already. And the lava's gone. And so if you look in here, you see this plus shape. Now, it's rather interesting how the blaze pathfinding works. They will eventually, if we get enough of them spawned, I'll just spawn a couple to help it. We should see them pathfind to over here, but they will actually fall in the pit. And sometimes they spawn and they push each other as well. What's interesting about this farm is that when the blazes fall down to this platform, the spawner can still spawn, like you just saw it spawned 4 more. And that's because the spawner has a 9x9x9 range in which it detects. So it looks 4 blocks down, 4 blocks up from the spawner. And you can see that they're finally falling in. And if there's enough of them, you can see that they will eventually fall into that hole down there if they stir up enough. But that's just a tiny bit of the farm. What's a good part about the farm is the down here. And you can't actually see the blazes right now. And that's just so that they don't get aggro on you when you're down here. But to activate the farm, you just press this button. It opens up this hole, and then you can actually see the blazes taking damage from a piston. And then when they're down to 1 hit, you can just swing your sword and kill them all. So I think I just killed like 19 or so, or 16 or so blazes just there. So it takes them down to exactly half a heart, and you can see some of the redstone back here. I blocked most of it up. So let's go ahead and see how to make this. Now the first thing you want to do is find a blaze spawner. This is not a blaze spawner, but I just wanted to show you that you need to find a spawner. That's relatively given. I didn't put a blaze in there so that they didn't spawn when I came over here. You can see here that I filled this all in with glass. If I break any of these glass blocks, the blazes will actually spawn. So if I break this one, given enough time, it should spawn there. This glass area is a 9x9, so here's the spawner here. It goes 4 in this direction, 4 in this direction on all sides, and then you can see the blaze spawner at the bottom and 2 above it. So if I fly over here, we still have the glass around it, and you also want to cage it up. Now this platform, you can see, is right out 7 blocks down, so it's the 7th block down from the spawner. So 6 air gaps you can see here, and then it doesn't really matter. I think you could also do it just like this if you want to just make it look different. I like the plus shape just because I think it looks cool. And of course you have to build it out of quartz or else it won't work. Now you want to put in some signs. I believe that is 81 signs, 9x9 area. And then at the top you want to put redstone like this, And in the next step, you put lava, which is actually currently active in the spawner. Then you can remove the signs or the glass from the spawner, so you don't have to worry too much about that. So moving on to the next step, you want to put a piston. Here's the hole. You want to go down 2 more and you place it. And then here on the side, you place a sticky piston. It has to be a sticky piston. And right now, actually, this is a working blaze farm. Let me get my blaze. All you have to do is press the button, and it brings them towards you. This has to be a normal piston, and that uses the translocation glitch, which is really useful. Then on the next step, you add a etho hopper clock with 24 items in it. It can be any item. And you go the redstone comparator, and below this block is redstone, but you have to cover it up. And this is a normal piston, this is a sticky piston. And so when this redstone block, I'll press it, it switches over here, and then the items start flowing over here and getting locked. Then it opens over here, and then it suffocates them with this piston. And then we move on and implement the translocation piston here. And then we add this sticky piston, which keeps them from seeing you. Because there's this, I don't know if it's a glitch, but they can see you from up here if you don't have this block covered. So, and then they fly, and then they stop the spawning. So if we go over here, around the back of this, you wrap it around like so, and then you just put the repeater there. So the next step, you actually wire up this. Then, so you have to do this redstone, which need this piston to deactivate before this one activates, and then we also need it to activate when this one deactivates. So this is first and it's last. And that's what this circuit right here does. And if we see that in action, go over here, so you can see this doesn't reactivate until this deactivates, if that makes any sense to you. Then going over here, we cover up a bunch of the redstone, because that's pretty much it for the redstone. And you can see a lot of it down here. And you definitely want to light this up and whatnot, make it mob proof. But that's about it for the tutorial. And if that wasn't enough for the tutorial, I will gladly put a world download in the description. And I think that's about it. So that's my take on a blaze farm. It's probably the simplest, and it works really well for how compact. It only uses, what, 3 pistons? It uses 1 up here, 1 here, and then I guess it does use 2 more. So it uses 3 sticky pistons and 2 normal pistons. I think that's about it. Thanks for watching, and have fun building this in your world.